So many golfers are trying to fix their downswing, especially their wrists, without realising that the problems come way before that. Today, I want to talk to you about something that I see all the time when it comes to coaching. So many golfers tell me that they're trying to fix the downswing, they can't stop flicking at impact, and the wrists feel super uncomfortable. And the truth is, most downswing problems start a lot earlier than you think. So let's get into it. Section 1 is all about how the backswing and the downswing is actually affected by the setup. Little did you know, the setup has such a huge impact on how the swing works. If we set up incorrect, then it's going to cause a lot of overworking and a lot of problems with our backswing, which then leads to the downswing. The most crucial thing that we need to look at is how far that we stand away from the golf ball. So as you can see from down the line, if I stand too far away from the golf ball, you can see I've got this stretched position here. I feel really uncomfortable and I'm going to swing the club around my body. As you can see from there, it causes a lot of overworking and a lot of inconsistency. Now, the opposite, if I'm standing too close, again, I'm working too far upright. My wrists at setup are in this super unnatural, uncomfortable position, and I'm going to cause a lot of overworking back and down. Okay, so if we can really get this right of how far we need to stand away from the ball, then not only is this going to help our wrists at setup, it's also going to help where the weight is positioned, how the knees are bent, where the back is positioned, and then from there, all we need to think about is our ball position. Okay, so the best drill, and you see me do this a lot, it's just so good for everything in one, is bring the club straight out in front, like so, belly button height, bend from the hips. Where that club head lays flat on the ground is where the ball needs to be. So I'm going to shuffle forward. From there, I'm going to take my stance. So for this, I'm using an iron. So my iron, my 7-iron, mid iron, is just, my hands are hanging straight down, like so. Okay, see how my wrists are sat in this perfect position? I've got my weight in the balls of my feet. I've got a nice natural bend to the knees. I'm not stood up. I'm in this perfect position. From here, all I want you to think is that we have our hands press forward ever so slightly, okay? So not back like this. I see a lot of golfers set their wrists back, which is gonna, in their mind, help them flick the ball up in the air, but it doesn't. It makes you hit the ground before the ball. So where we were saying earlier, you're struggling with flicking your wrist, you're hitting the ground before the ball. This is gonna help all of that. And it'll also help you take the club back seamlessly, as well as that perfect divot and strike, okay? So we've got the weight in the balls of our feet, we're stood the correct distance away, we've got our hands pressed in front of the ball ever so slightly, and then we just need to think ball position, okay? So if our ball position is too far forward, again, it's going to be really hard to have our hands ahead of the ball. Naturally, we're going to do this incorrect, okay? If they're too far back, then our hands are way too forward, we're going to dig, and it's going to cause inconsistency, okay? So for our mid-iron, again, we're using our 7-iron, we're going to bring this just left of centre, and this allows the hands to sit perfectly in front of the ball, okay? From there, this is going to allow you to create a consistent backswing, okay? If you can have a consistent backswing, a solid backswing, then it's going to help those wrist positions, and it's going to help the downswing hugely. So just doing our setup drill again, club straight out in front, bend, shuffle forward, take our feet, press our hands slightly forward, and ball position is perfect. Let's hit this one now. Section number 2 is all about the backswing and the wrists. Now, as you can see, I've got 2 alignment sticks here because I'm going to put them down as a gauge for how I want my wrists to work along the backswing, which is going to stop any overworking when it comes to the downswing. So you can use 2 clubs for this. You can use anything that's going to act as a rod, basically. All we're going to do is pop them down alongside behind the ball like this, parallel, okay? So we don't want them touching, we don't want them too close, okay? We don't want them in front of the ball, and I'm going to explain why, okay? So all we want to think with our backswing is that we never want the club head to work behind us, okay? If you see the club working behind us, look at my wrists already. they've overworked, they're in an uncomfortable position, I'm going to work over the top to get back down. If I work my arms away from my body, again, I'm just so disconnected, it's going to cause a lot of implications and overworking, okay? So the best way for you to feel how to take the club weight correctly on the backswing is by having these two alignment sticks down, because all you need to feel is that our hands, our grip follows the inside line, which is closer to our feet, and the club head runs along the outside line, okay? So it looks a little something like this, okay? If I work my hands this way, straight away. If I work this way, again, wrong. So if I can keep my hands working along this inside line and my club head working along this outside line, then it's going to give me a solid backswing. Now, the perfect checkpoint for this is stopping at knee height, okay? If I stop at knee height after doing this drill, I should be able to see the club head sits slightly outside my hands. If you're looking from straight down the line, I'm not here, just sits slightly outside. You might actually see from there that it covers my hands. Okay, so from where you're stood, you can see it covers my hands. And then from there, if I had a big light that shined from my grooves, the club points down to the ball. If I've rolled my wrists, then I've opened the club face. If I've worked them this way, then it's pointing down towards the ground. So this knee position is the perfect checkpoint to make sure that the wrists have worked the right way and we've worked the club in the correct way to allow us for a seamless downswing. Okay, so I'm going to give that a little go in a practice swing. Just half swing, make sure we've got our setup correct, which is crucial. So I'm working the club head along the outside line and the wrists and the butt of the club, the grip on the inside line. So half a swing, checkpoint, hit. Checkpoint, hit. Okay, you'll find your strike might not be the best at first because it's difficult to do when you have a slight pause in your swing, but the more you do this, the seamless it'll feel, and eventually the better the strike will get. That's a really, really good drill to do. And if you're a beginner golfer as well, what a way to start your backswing journey. It's going to take away any misleading thoughts you have in your mind. It's going to make it feel seamless, and even for the more experienced golfer, if you can get this position right in your backswing, it's going to make things feel a lot easier in the downswing. And this is where a tool like Hackmotion will come in really handy to help you with your practice and your wrist positions, and it's really helped me within the last year. So the beauty with Hackmotion, and as you can see on the screen just next to me, is that in real time, it shows you if your wrists are flexing or extending. Now, this is something that you can feel in drills, but it's absolutely amazing to be able to actually see when you're doing this right. And the app also makes a noise, and the actual Hackmotion device will make a vibration feel in your hand when you get it right. So it gives you an instant feel of you've done it correct, and also when you've done it wrong, it'll tell you as well within range of where you need to be and how we can get there with certain drills. So for example, in the backswing, if our wrists flex too much this way, you can see it's going to show a minus number. If it extends too much this way, then it's going to have a plus number. So if we can get that down the middle, so we can have it around about in range, again, it comes up in green when it's on exactly within range, then we've got it correct. So I'm going to hit one now. Again, I've been working a lot on wrist hinge and wrist positions within my swing. So this, for me, hopefully now should come up as in range. Let's give it a go. Okay, so top of backswing, it's showing that it's yellow. So we've gone a little bit too much at the top. I could get that back to almost in range, but overall we're in a perfect position. Again, it's helped me so much because I was so guilty of working too far on the inside, getting stuck without realising, working on drills, but having that instant feedback has been a game changer. And finally, section number 3. So we've done the setup, we've done the backswing and now we're on to the downswing. And like we spoke about earlier, if you're trying to fix the downswing and you've got problems still, then they've probably come a lot earlier within the setup or the backswing, but we've ticked them off. We've worked on the alignment stick drill and we've focused on Hackmotion, how we can get instant feedback. So the downswing, like we've just said, if we've performed that perfect or near perfect backswing, then we should have a pretty seamless downswing. Now, it's important to note that we haven't spoke about our weight shift. We've not spoke about how the lower half has worked today. We've just focused on the wrists and working on that backswing in correlation with our wrists, okay? So in other videos, we have spoken a lot about this, how we shift our weight and how we can produce power. But today, let's just focus again solely on those wrists and making sure we can just drop the club nicely on the downswing, okay? So how we want it to feel, okay? So we've produced that lovely backswing. So we've worked the club head along the first alignment stick and we've worked our hands along the second alignment stick, okay? We've stopped at our knee and all we need to do from there is continue to rotate, okay? From this position in our downswing, we never want this disconnection with our arms and our body. We never want this close position here. We want that distance away between our arms and our body, okay? Ideally, to start our downswing, we shift our weight. Again, we've not spoke about weight too much in this video, but we shift our weight back over to our lead side. Then we rotate our hips, our shoulders, and we allow the arms to drop, okay? If we've worked our backswing out of sequence, then that's going to be hard for you to do, okay? But the main aim to take away from today is because we fixed that backswing, we can have obviously that seamless downswing and that great impact position we spoke about at setup, okay? If you can return the club back to this position with the club face square towards our target, then you're going to have consistent strikes, you're going to have great divots, and it's going to feel super seamless, okay? So let's just run through that whole video one more time, just to give us a nice overview, and then you're going to take this away and practice next time you're on the range, okay? So starting off with our setup. Again, if we're stood too far away, too close, then we're going to have implications. So our drill, set the club straight out in front, bend from the hips, shuffle, okay? We've got that perfect distance away. Our hands hang straight down. Ball position, just left of centre. Hands push forward, weight in the balls of our feet, okay? From there, we take our backswing, okay? So hands run just to sit outside our hands like so. Club head points down towards the ball. We continue to rotate, so we're in this fantastic position. We don't want to be too much like this, and we don't want to be too much like this, okay? Again, that's where Hackmotion gives us that instant feedback. From there, we're going to shift our weight into our lead side. So from our trail side, lead side, rotate our hips, our shoulders, allow the arms to drop. We're going to have the handle leading the way. We never want the club head leading the way. We have the handle leading the way, and we continue to rotate through to the target. Putting all that together, again, your strikes will be so pure. You'll be taking crisp divots off the fairway, and you'll never hit the ground before the ball. So now let's give it one more go and we can watch it in real time. That felt so pure, so straight, and I just felt free to swing on the downswing. So if you took value from today's session, I would hugely appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. It takes a second to do. It means you're never going to miss a video and you're going to get better at golf in the meantime. And also, if you want to check out Hackmotion, then don't forget to use my code Georgia on their website. And I'm also going to leave that down in the description for you to go and check out too. So enjoy this video and I'll see you in the next one.